Hi everyone, Sarah Fleming from Prepare to Die Papercrafts, and I think I got it this time. Goodness. Oh, this should not be so hard, but I make it harder on myself than it needs to be. Alright, let me move this over. That'll be the easiest thing. Hello! I'm back to Mondays in case you didn't notice. Well, I mentioned it last week, and obviously today's Monday, and here I am. So I'm back to Mondays until February when we'll start back to co-op again. And so I have my Mondays free right now. So now we do Mondays. All right, so we're going to make these things today. I totally forgot to bring up all of my stuff that I was going to show you. I do have a few things that are going on the blog this week that I can show you. I'm going to put up my projects that we made for my Stampin' Blends Club for what month? November. So that was our November Stampin' Blends Club. And then this is a card I've got going up this week. I made that also with the blends. And I really just don't have a whole lot else to show you. Everything I was going to show you was random act of kindness cards, and I left them downstairs. So those will be on my blog at the very least this weekend, because we've got a blog hop for that this weekend. So we're gonna make this treat bag, and this matching card. Y'all look what I did. Oops. Yeah, totally put everything on upside down. I do that every now and then, and I think I'm still gonna send the card, and I'm just gonna, you know, make a joke about it or something. So we'll go ahead and get started. We have a little bit of big shotting later, but not a lot. I went ahead and cut the treat bag ahead of time, but I want to show you how you cut all of that. So these are the pieces that you cut when you cut the bag with the mini treat bag thinlets, and I'll show you what the pieces look like. This is the big piece, and then this is the little piece. And what I do is I cut a piece of paper that is exactly 6 inches wide. So I cut this down to 6 by 12, and this is from the Year of Cheer paper, and this other one was also Year of Cheer paper. So I cut it to exactly 6 inches, maybe a millimeter or two wider, and then just put it right like that and run it through the Big Shot that way. And then I run the second piece through. You could also run it through this way and run kind of into, or kind of like this, but you basically need to run it through twice anyway. So I prefer to go straight through that way. And the mini treat bag thinlets, I want to say they're $30, but you get a ton. You don't just get the thinlets to make the bag. You also get a ton of little embellishments. You get a star and a heart and a little word enjoy and some different strips that do different things. So it's a really good value, and you'll get a lot of use out of the mini treat bag thinlets. So I've gone ahead and cut these with the mini treat bag thinlets, and before we assemble it, I want to spritz it. I have a Stampin' Spritzer. This one had not fresh fig, Blackberry Bliss in it, which is retired. I had it in there for a couple of years, and I just emptied it out. But I think I got all the Blackberry Bliss out, and I put Bermuda Bay in it. So what I did was I filled the tube with water, and then I have the Bermuda Bay re-inker, and I just put in 4 drops into a full tube of water, because I've actually used this a couple times since I did it. And just to make sure I'm not spritzing any purple, yeah, I'm spritzing first onto a baby wipe to make sure that because some of the purple in the lid keeps kind of pulling down into it. So I've got all my purple off, and now I am back to my Bermuda Bay, and I'm just going to spritz that onto my pieces and put the lid back on. And I have a Norwex cloth that I use a ton, and I really should wash it. But I have a part of the Norwex cloth that's got lemon lime twist on it. So I'm dabbing here. I'm dabbing the excess water off, I don't want to get any pilling or anything like that. And when I'm dabbing the excess water off, it's taking that lemon lime twist, or it's taking the lemon lime twist off and adding that to the card. So you're getting both Bermuda Bay and lemon lime twist on there. But you could use a clean cloth and dab, or a dry baby wipe. That's what I usually use, but I didn't have any dry baby wipes. So that's what I got this time. But I love the look with the Bermuda Bay and lemon lime twist. Oh, hi, Donna. Nice to see you. No, it's water in my spritzer. I did water this time. Sometimes I do alcohol, but for most purposes, I use water because I find that kind of handles all my needs for the most part. Every now and then I want a special technique that I'll use alcohol for, but that's just water in my spritzer. I do have a spritzer. In fact, I have two. I have one that says alcohol and the one that has water, and I keep those empty, and then I have two that have colors put in there, and so I had to empty the Blackberry Bliss out of one of them. Ah, Blackberry Bliss, the only purple I ever liked of the Stampin' Up! Purples, but I'm hopeful that we'll get it back because it was hugely popular. Okay, so I've gone through and burnished all my score lines with my bone folder. And now, let's see, this goes over here. And so let's see, I think the easiest way to do this is to put the tape here and line it up like this, because you can kind of see it the best this way. So I'm going to put my tear and tape there. I really like tear and tape for treat bags. Yeah, it works great with water, and alcohol is good for some techniques, but for general just spritzing color on, I usually use water. Okay, so I'm going to put the tear and tape on here. Oh, I went over, but that's okay. Just pull that up, tear it off. In fact, I'll stick it right here because we're going to use that in a minute. Okay, so I've got my tear and tape there. I need my little tool to, oh, here, I'll just use this one because I don't see my piercer. Ow, that hurt. Speaking of hurt, y'all, my daughter, we were coming home from Bible study on Wednesday night, and she was running to the door, racing her siblings, as they always do. And she tripped and went headfirst into the corner of a brick. Oh, there was so much blood. I ran her to the emergency room. She had to get 4 stitches. She's 7. She was very good about it. She was very brave. She only had one moment of panic, but she got over it pretty quickly. But yeah, first stitches for her, first stitches for any of my kids. So that was a scary mom moment. Okay, so I just put this, I lined this part up with this crease right here and just put it right on there. And then let's see, these go in next. And so I'm going to put tear and tape just right on the edge of one of the flaps. It doesn't matter which flap you do first, whatever you prefer. I usually go with the wider one. So, no, wait, they're not wide. One's not wider, so I'll go with that. Oh, yeah, the photo. Oh, man, when I looked at that wound, I mean, I cleaned it off so I could see how bad it was because it was bleeding. And boy, when I cleaned it off and the blood was just gushing out like in spurts. Oh, it was so gory. And it was like, I don't know, a good 3 or 4 millimeters deep. And that was very scary for me. Okay. All right. So I've got this down, and now I'm going to do this one. Cannot get under there with my nails. All right, and then this just goes right here. And then you can kind of, and then you've got a little bag. That's pretty cool. Yes, they were telling us that the forehead wounds are the worst. I mean, they look the worst because you have so many capillaries in your head, and oh, that one bled a lot. Okay, so I have one of the foil snowflakes, and I'm so proud of myself, y'all, because I'm in this like use your stuff mode where I don't like to buy stuff and let it sit because I've done that for so many years. So now I'm like, I'm very much about using my paper, using my ribbon, using my embellishments. And I am down to my last 2 foil snowflakes, and I'm very proud of myself because usually I have quite a bit left over. Of course, I think I'm going to buy another. I think I'm going to buy another pack. But you get 24, and so I'm really proud that I've used 22 of those. Because usually I like to look at them, but I don't want to use them because what if I need them later? But then what's the point? Okay, so I have the silver foil snowflake here. I did that on this one too. And then, okay. Oh yeah, the ribbon. Okay, so I have the metallic edged ribbon, and this is 3/8 of an inch, and this is the silver metallic edged ribbon. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that shine on the edges. And then there's also gold, and the gold is gorgeous too. I have that one too. I can show you. There's the gold. Both of them are gorgeous. So, let's see. Now okay. I'm going to color the ribbon before I put it on. And I'm going to color it with my dark Bermuda Bay Stampin' Blends marker. And, oh, my fingers are sticky. Okay, so which side? There's a side that's a little bit shinier and a side that looks more... Okay, this looks like the front. It doesn't matter because when you color it, I mean, I'm just laying on color with the brush end, but you don't have to do very much because look what happens. It's already gone through and you've already got great color on both sides. So I'm just going to color in these little areas that I missed and move down the ribbon. I love coloring this ribbon because, I don't know, you can just color it in so many pretty colors. Ooh, we have some metallic edged ribbon coming in the Occasions catalog that's berry burst, and I think still it might be gold. It's berry burst in one of the metallics, and it is so pretty. So I'm very excited about that. I've already ordered that because demonstrators are already able to order from the Occasions catalog. I have ordered catalogs. They're on their way. Well, when my order ships, I haven't even shipped yet. I ordered on Friday and they've had so many orders. So I don't think I've shipped yet, unless I've shipped in the last couple of hours because I haven't checked. Okay, that should be enough. So I'm going to cap it and then I'm going to tie this around my thing and see how we're doing. But yeah, if you'd like a catalog and you haven't ordered from me in the last 6 months, because I'm going to send them out automatically to anyone who's ordered from me in the last 6 months. No, I need some more ribbon than that. I need about 4 or 5 more inches. If you haven't ordered from me in the last 6 months, then then you can still request a catalog from me. Please only request a catalog from me if you don't already have a demonstrator you buy through. I mean, if you're looking for a new demonstrator or you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be happy to send you a catalog, but they cost me over $7 to ship, so please only order one if you would order from me if you end up ordering. So I'm not saying you have to order. I'm just saying if you do end up ordering, please order from me if you request my catalog. So, okay, that should be good enough. That should be enough. All right, so I'll put up a link where you can request that, or you can just email me. And my email address is linked on my blog, preparetodie.net. And my email address is Sarah, S-A-R-A-H, at preparetodie.net. And die is spelled D-Y-E. Okay. Got my ribbon colored. So pretty. I love these Bermuda Bay blends because they come out very green. Because Bermuda Bay is a very blue-greeny color, but it's a little more on the green side. But when you get it really saturated, you get a lot more green, and I love it. Because it almost makes it okay that we don't have Cucumber Crush or Gumball Green. We need a good green like that. I got my fingers crossed for the next annual catalog. Okay. I fiddle with my bows for a bit, but then they look really nice, so it's worth it to fiddle. Oh, but you know what I did? I have to untie that because I'm also sticking some gold sequin trim in there. Just gonna snip that off. And I'm just laying it right across the bow knot. And I'll just tie it in there. You don't need to do anything else other than tie it into your bow. and just let it hang. And I think on my first one I did 2 strands of it, but this will be just fine. Okay, yeah, so we can order from the occasions catalog now. If you can't wait, you can order the starter kit. You can go to my blog, preparetodie.net, and follow the links for joining my team. The starter kit is $99, and you get $125 in products. And, okay, yeah, that's pretty. And you get, you can even add the stuff from the occasions catalog to your pre-order. You get your, you don't get celebration because you're already getting all that extra stuff in here. But then you can order and get celebration stuff early. Okay, so how are we doing here? We need a sentiment and the snowflake. Okay, so we're gonna make our sentiment tag. And while I'm doing it, I'm gonna go ahead and make the sentiment tag for the card too. So this is the Watercolor Christmas stamp set. Isn't that ribbon awesome? I love it. Okay, this is the Watercolor Christmas stamp set. I just got this about a week ago, and I haven't done anything with it. So I'm using Oh Joy on the treat bag, and then the Merriest Christmas Wishes on the, And this one's retiring. It's going away out of, they've come out with the retiring list. And actually, if you go to my Stampin' Up! Store and click on retiring products or something, it'll just give you the whole list of everything that's retiring. Tools and accessories and paper and stuff like that are while supplies last. But the stamps will be guaranteed. I think it's December 21st is the last day that they're guaranteed to be in stock. So if there's anything from the holiday catalog that you want that you haven't gotten, check and see if it's on the retiring list. And if it is, make sure you get it before it's gone. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stamp Merry's Christmas Wishes because we're going to cut them both out right now. And I'm stamping in Bermuda Bay, one of my favorites. You know what? I think this card would look really nice also done in pink pirouette or done in berry burst, but then you'd have to have a different color ribbon because we don't have berry burst markers yet. Oh wait, is that going to work? Yep, that's going to work. Okay, so I'm going to pull over the Big Shot quickly. Uh-oh, what did I do with that stamp? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm just going to move a couple of things. And then we're almost done with our treat bag, and then we'll move on to our card. And this time I'm going to do the card the right way up. I'm going to do it with, I'm going to do it where it opens at the bottom and not at the top. Okay, so this is just one of the layering circles framelits. It's the largest scallop circle, I think. Looks like the largest size. And then Oh Joy is going with the Lots of Labels framelits, which I've been using so much lately. Oh, in addition to the retiring products, which some of them are on sale, but in addition to the retiring products, there's also a year-end sale going on, so you can check that out. Oh, and we have big news about the Stamparatus, the positioning tool that Stampin' Up! Is coming out with. Mine, I think, is supposed to ship February 1st, but the next ordering window opens tomorrow. And they're going to keep the ordering window open all the way till December 31st this time, but it's going to be first come, first shipped. So if you want one in the first shipment on March 19th, then I would be there at, I think it's 2 p.m. Mountain Time. That's what it was last time when they opened. Oh, I snipped that too short. 2 p.m. Mountain Time is when it opened last time. It's on tomorrow, December 5th. And within 15 minutes, they'd already filled up that first shipment. Well, this time they're keeping it open the whole month, but they're not all going to ship on March 19th. you know, probably, I'm guessing like whoever gets there in the first 10 or 15 minutes will get theirs shipped around then. And then it'll just keep going. So if you want to get in, if you want to get the shipment in like the next 6 months, I would suggest you get in pretty early on this next round of reservations. I'm not going to say pre-order because it's not really pre-order. Okay, so we're going to stick this on with dimensionals. And what I did, since we're going across the ribbon, is I did dimensionals top and bottom. And yes, I am a dimensional hog. I use a lot. And then I'm just going over the ribbon. I want to get in that habit of taking the dimensional backing off, like right when I put the dimensionals on, but I'm not there yet. Okay, so that's cute. And now we just need a little snowflake, which is right here. And on the snowflake, we've got one of the clear faceted gems, and I'm going to color it with the dark Bermuda Bay marker, same color I colored the ribbon with. And I use the bullet end for this just because the bullet end is not as sensitive as the brush end. And I don't want to shred my brush end by coloring the gems with it because they're super bumpy. Okay, and super pretty. Look how pretty that is. Ooh. Oh, Donna, I think you're accidentally hitting a bunch of buttons on your phone because you just left me a comment that was full of numbers. All right, and we'll stick that right there. And so there's our treat bag. Oh, and more. Okay, there's our treat bag, and now we will move on to the card. But, like I said, we're going to have it open at the bottom instead of at the top. All right. So, I've got a Bermuda Bay card base. Oh, is your new kitten? Hilarious. Oh, I love cats and kittens. That's so funny, Donna. Okay, so, oh, I'm going to spritz this paper again. And get stuff out of the way so I don't spritz on it. And I'm, again, since it's had another color in it, I'm going to spritz off on a baby wipe first to make sure I'm not, nope, I'm good. There's my, and see the Bermuda Bay has gotten a little bit kind of bluer, and I think it's because of the purple that was already in the spritzer, because I left it in there for a good 2 years and just now rinsed it out. So when you're done coloring with your spritzers, I recommend rinsing them out. Okay, and so we've got the lemon lime twist in there too. Okay, opening at the top, good. Now I'm just gonna glue this on with the good green glue, my favorite. Trying to decide what to do next week. We might do a wreath or something, I don't know. Not decided. But a wreath could take a long time, so that probably isn't going to be what happens. But if I have my pre-order by next week, we might not even do Christmas. We might just move on and do stuff from the Occasions catalog because the stuff coming is really cute. It's so funny because usually when I get the Occasions catalog, and this happened this time too, I get the Occasions catalog and I go, I don't really see anything I need because I don't know. The Occasions is just not my favorite. It's my least favorite. And then I go through and look at it again and I look at all the samples. Because the first time through, I look at all the products. I look at the stamps and the paper. And the first time through, I did go, oh, I liked a lot of the paper. And the Memories and More lines. Those are amazing. But then the second time through, I look at all the samples. And then I start thinking, what would I do with that? And by the end of my second time through, I'm like gaga and have made myself a $1,000 wish list. I did not order my whole $1,000 wish list, but I did order some. I did order a few hundred. I ordered some stuff. Okay, so I did a gold snowflake on this one. I'm going to do silver on this one. I'm still using gold sequin trim. I like mixing metallics every now and then. So I'm just putting a little glue on the back. I don't like to glue down the whole snowflake. I like to leave quite a bit around the edges so that it can kind of not be completely glued down. I like my cards to have lots of dimensions, so I like for them to be nice and, I don't know, fluffy. All right, so we're gonna stick this up here with a glue dot, and then I'm gonna stick another glue dot in there just to keep it glued to itself. There you go. Okay. Oh, I glued that way high. That's okay. All right, now we'll put this on with dimensionals. Oh, we are almost done. Can't believe it. Okay. Trying to say, we've had a lot of excitement this last week, you know, with stitches and all that business, so we are hoping for a calm week. We were going to go out of town this weekend, but I think we've decided to put it off until January. Okay, so now, oh, wait. Well, I can still get it under there. I forgot to put on the gold sequin trim. But that's the cool thing about trim that's so little and sentiments that are so big. You can still manage to get them up under there. And you don't have to use very much because you've only got a little bit hanging off. So I'll just snip off this little piece. And what I do is I'll do a twist, and then I stick a glue dot behind the twist, and I try to use kind of a bigger glue dot. It's one of the reasons I make my own glue dots, because I can make them in lots of different sizes. But if you want them nice and flat and uniform, buy the glue dots. And I do have some of our glue dots. Okay, so that's under there and glued down, and now I have to trim. But I do like to have them in lots of different sizes. Okay. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. Okay, so now we've got snowflake. But wait, we need another gem. Did the same gem on the card as on the... You could also use the gold faceted gems here. That would be really pretty. Having the gold, you know, instead of coloring it. Using the gold faceted gems, because then you'd be popping the gold in the trim with the gem. Okay, so now glue dot. Okay, and there's our card. So we've got, let's see, what's just the one we just made? I think it's this one, right? Those are kind of the same. Yep, this is the one that only has one strand. So that's what we made, and I hope you enjoyed our projects. And I will be back again next Monday. And thanks for joining me. And Donna, thanks for all the comments. I appreciate it. And I will see y'all next week. Bye.